Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing good. So in my last video, I shared a couple of my favorite soup recipes with you, and if you haven't seen that, I will leave a link in the description below. Do check it out. And towards the end of that video, I did promise that there's going to be a part 2 to that video. So here it is. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing two of the most heartwarming, soul comforting soup recipes I've ever tried, and I absolutely love them. And if you're someone who's looking for a wholesome, quick dinner idea, then this is just the video for you. So let's begin. The first soup that I'm going to share today is Mexican tortilla soup. And I only tried this soup after coming to Mexico. I had never tried tortilla soup before. And when I did, it was like love at first bite. This soup has everything. It has a great mixture of flavors and an interesting combination of textures as well. And you should definitely try out this recipe. I'm going to start off by chopping some vegetables. I am taking green bell pepper over here, but this recipe actually requires red bell peppers, but I didn't have that, so I just went ahead with the green one. Next, I'm going to chop up some cilantro, which is very important for this recipe. You cannot miss this ingredient at all. We also need some tomatoes for this recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and chop some in this chopper, and you can also use store-bought tomato puree if you like. Another important ingredient for this recipe is chicken, and I am going to dice up one chicken breast, and I will use this quantity for two recipes, so keep that in mind. We only need about half a chicken breast for this recipe. Now in a heated pan, I'm going to add some oil, about a tablespoon, and then add some chopped onion and capsicum and saute it for a bit. After roasting these veggies for a while, I'm going to add the garlic and roast that together with the vegetables for some time. And in the meantime, I'm going to take this can of chipotle chilies and just take one chili out of the can and de-seed it and finely chop it. This ingredient is also very important for this recipe. This is what will give it the unique pungent Mexican flavor, and I highly recommend you use this chipotle chili for the soup. You can add more of this chili if you want. I just don't like spicy food, so I'm just going to use one. Now let's put in some spices, some ground cumin, paprika powder, and roast that with the vegetables. And then goes in the water. I'm going to be using about 2 glasses of water. Next, I'm adding the chicken broth powder. Again, this is optional because we're adding chicken to the recipe. The chicken flavor will already be enhanced, but I just like the flavor of it, so I will go ahead and add it. And then I'll add the raw chicken pieces, the tomato paste, frozen corn, and the chopped chipotle chili. After that, give it a good mix and wait for it to come to a good boil so that everything can be cooked properly. While the soup is now simmering, I'm going to carefully slice half of an avocado for garnishing. We're going to garnish the soup with some avocado and tortilla strips, and that is the texture that I was talking about. The vegetables and chicken seems to be all cooked. Now I'm going to top it off with a lot of cilantro. Please be generous with it. That's what is going to make the difference in the recipe. And then I'm going to season it with some salt and also add some lemon. So I make these lemon juice cubes and keep it in the freezer. So I'm going to add one of those. Our delicious hearty Mexican tortilla soup is ready to be served. Now before I serve it, I'm going to add the sliced avocado on top and top it off with some tortilla strips. Now if you don't find tortilla strips, you can also use some crushed tortilla chips for this. That's it, the soup is ready. I highly recommend you give this recipe a try. The next soup is a classic favorite, the chicken noodle soup, and for that I'm going to start by making a paste of tomato, a small piece of ginger, some onion and cilantro. Now in a pan I'm going to heat some oil and add this paste and wait for the moisture to evaporate, and then add some garlic. You can also add the garlic while you're making the paste, but I already had some crushed garlic so I didn't do that. Once this paste is cooked a little, I'm going to go ahead and add the remaining chicken pieces that we had chopped earlier and saute it with the paste. As you can see, the chicken is now cooked through, so it's time to add the water and some condiments. I'm going to add about 2 glasses of water, and after that I'm going to add the chicken broth powder, which again is completely optional. For the noodle part, I'm going to be using this 100% whole wheat thin spaghetti and just add a little bit to the soup. And then I'm going to let this simmer till the time the spaghetti is completely cooked. The soup is almost ready. I'm going to quickly do a taste test to check for seasoning, and then we're going to plate it. To finish it off, I'm going to garnish it with some chopped onion and cilantro, and the soup is ready to be served. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comments below which was your favorite soup recipe, and like, share and subscribe to my channel. I will see you soon with a new video. Bye.